All right, as we talked about yesterday, and if you didn't watch yesterday's mini message before you watch this one, I really recommend you go back and watch yesterday's because they really tie in together. But yesterday we talked about Jacob wanting to go home and Laban trying to keep him. So Laban comes up with an idea in Genesis 30, verse 28. He says, tell me how much I owe you. Whatever it is, I'll pay it. I don't believe that was true. I think this was a starting point for Laban to try to manipulate Jacob again. And we'll see that is exactly what it is. But Jacob has a good answer. He says, Jacob replied, you know how hard I've worked for you and how your flocks and herds have grown under my care. You had little indeed before I came, but your wealth has increased enormously. The Lord has blessed you through everything I've done. But now what about me? When can I start providing for my own family? So it goes back to he was just subsistence working for this dowry. The 14 years are up. And now he wants to begin to earn his own way and do for his family. Totally understandable. That's exactly what a man should want to do. Verse 31 says, what wages do you want? Laban asked again. Jacob replied, don't give me anything. Just do this one thing and I'll continue to tend and watch over your flocks. Let me inspect your flocks a day and remove all the sheep and goats that are speckled or spotted along with all the black sheep. Give these to me as my wages. In the future, when you check on the animals you have given me as my wages, you'll see that I have been honest. If you find in my flock any goats without speckles or spots or any sheep that are not black, you will know that I have stolen them from you. All right, Laban replied, it will be as you say. So Jacob just simply wanted a share of the flocks. He knew that Laban had prospered because of God's blessing on Jacob and Jacob's hard work. I mean, Jacob tended these flocks. He says there back in verse 30, the Lord has blessed you through everything I've done. So Jacob worked hard, but God blessed as well. And that's a great thing for us to remember. God calls us to fulfill our part and to work hard, to do the right things. And he will give the increase. He'll bless us through that. May not always be exactly how we want and in the time we want. Jacob didn't think he wanted to be there for 14 years. That wasn't his plan when he went to Haran. It was just to stay for a little while and then come back home. Turns out he stayed for a long time. But he just asked for the speckled or spotted sheep and goats and the black sheep. And these would have been probably the rare ones. These would have been the exceptions. These were what we know today as these would have been recessive traits. Black sheep, spotted goat, speckled sheep. And so Jacob basically just said, just give me this little slice and I'll tend them. I'll still tend your flocks and I'll begin to be able to build my own wealth. So Laban had to think to himself, this is too good to be true. How could I lose in this situation with what I'm fixing to do next? And we'll pick that up on Monday. We'll see you guys again soon.